Hi, everyone. So today's day 13 of the March Wellness, and it's the equinox. So happy spring equinox. Today we're going to have rain, and we'll have maybe some cloudy, maybe even sunset come through. So things are changing, things are blooming, and so the signal for us is on our calendar now. It's springtime. All right, so today we're going to do the teacup exercise. I use teacup as a warm-up for my Qigong classes. So I use a tennis ball. So I'll show you my variation here. So teacup is great for shoulder rotation, mobility, flexibility, but also just practicing moving the breath from dantian up and out into the fingers. All right, so you just start really gentle, just find a nice wide tripod stance here. Think about the belly being the top of the triangle here, nice and strong. And then when you take your breath, you're pulling up from the feet, rising up, not pulling from the neck, pressing upward the diaphragm, and then we move it into the ball. So I start with just contracting the hand onto the ball, pulling everything in, and then releasing, expanding, and just learning to balance the ball on the hand, extending the fingers out as wide as we can. And you do that on both sides. All right, so you can do this as long as you want here. So this is just a demo for you. So we can stay here as long as you like. So breathing in, contracting everything in, back to the core, and then expanding back out. And then holding that ball, letting it balance without holding it with the finger on the palm, right? Now we use the extension, so bringing the arm forward. I drop my shoulder blade down on the back, extending, and we really want to open up the front where the deltoid and the pec, this valley, right, from the arm and the chest come in. Two really important lung points here. So pulling chi up, belly, inhale, pressing down and open and extend down the arm, down the lung channel, opening that up, breathing in, exhaling out. And then we can bring the arm to the side. Again, shoulder blade on the back for strength. Out, expanding, balancing that ball, finding the breath rising, and then pressing out. Good, and then we can switch, other side. So I always keep my opposite hand either on Mingmen or on Dantian here. Energy sources, all right? So same thing, drop shoulder down and out. You can always, let's say you have a little asthma or you are dealing with phlegm in the lungs and things. The pressure, acupressure on these points, when we open up this valley here, we can press in on lung 1 and lung 2 here. So you can keep the fingers there. So imagine taking the breath up, exhale down the arm. Just some extra cues here for medicine points. The point is now breathing in and sending it down the arm, exhale. And then coming around to the front again, inhale, exhale. Good. I like to practice also throwing the ball. So learning to use the chi in the hands that we've just now moved, and practice your eye-hand coordination. So instead of throwing the arm into the air, you learn to move the chi from the hand into the ball, and you find a channel, and you can go back and forth between two hands, using one hand, and work on that as well. All right, so now using the ball in this teacup. So the rotation is inward, around, up, and around. So imagine the ball now, right? It's not flat, so it's harder for us to hold and keep on the hand, which is good. But imagine there's a teacup sitting here. Teacup, why? It's a ceremony. Tea is revered for the health. In this Chinese medicine that I practice, green tea, right, is the free radicals of health. And so imagine you don't want to lose any of that tea Qi is an extension of your own health, Qi in the blood. So it's very precious, so you don't want to spill it over. So it's about balance. Balance now during spring season, really important, right? So imagine when you turn the hand over, you have to rotate the shoulder because you don't want to tip that teacup. And then you come around, and now we're back again. All right, so I'm modifying, I use the body. But first we're just going to do just the arm movement. So imagine taking the breath in here. Inhale, exhale, around. So I use a little bit about the back. So inhale, exhale. And I'm trying to give this teacup to you. Do the other side. See how you feel between the balance of the body. Inhaling around, exhaling. Exhaling, sending the chi back down the hand, just what we did in the beginning. So inhaling inward, exhaling around. Still not gripping, just holding that ball flat. All right, now let me show you what I do to get the entire body in relation, right? So remember, we're in springtime, so liver, gallbladder, big toes up to the middle body, gallbladder around the head, coming back down the outside of the body. So both those channels flowing free, leaving hand on dantian to remind me to breathe from the energy center and send that up. So the first breath comes out from the back, leaning forward, holding that ball, then dropping down, making the circle around, and then coming up and around. Big motions here. So breathing in, breathing out. In and out. Switching sides. Come forward, then down. Exhale. Remember to send that arm out, down and around. Inhaling, exhaling. Don't hold the breath. Keep it flowing. Inhale. Exhale all the way around. Good. And you can do that as many times as you wish. Small movements. Making the figure eight, the infinity sign, to the bigger movements, to using the body. Now I also have a variation where I go side to side. So taking a warrior 1-2 stance, just supporting. I bring my other hand to my back. Now this time I'm going to really reach to the side, so now I can use the extension of my legs. So warm up a couple times. I'm going to reach my arm all the way across, open the back, inhale, and then come back, exhale. Then reach around, exhale, back and forth. Inhale, exhale, in and around. Keep it going, inhale, exhale. Stretching the legs and the arms at the same time. We'll do one more. Reach across, back, and through, and around. Switching sides. Remember, be equal. Come up and down a few times. Reaching, inhale, exhale. Inhale, and around. You might find that your flexibility is a little different depending on injuries. Maybe just one hand's more dominant than the other, and you just need to practice with both sides. Try not to grip the ball. Slow down to work on the skill. Going fast sometimes helps with the rotation of the ball around. Keep the hand flat. We do one more. Work on balance of the ball. Imagine that it's a teacup full of nice green tea. We come back around. The last thing I like to do after I finish with my hands is to bring that energy to my feet. Bring the ball down to the floor, and I use the ball under my feet, right, to roll out the plantar fascia. And then I press down onto the wellspring point right behind the ball of the foot and squeeze the toes down to stretch and flex the toes open, rolling to the heel, pressing down. Good points for sleeping, so you can match that. Come behind the ears, roll over the tendon right into the valley, and you can press right at the base of the cranium here, pressing down. The heel matches the head. And then we roll that out and we do the other side. Rolling, rolling, rolling the feet out. Get the outside little toe side, the inside. Wellspring point, squeeze down, flex up, roll to the heel, press down. Think about sleeping well, sleeping well, sleeping well. And then roll that out. And then thank your ball for playing with you today, because that ball is very happy you take it off the shelf instead of just leaving it sit there. So be grateful for what you touch. And I'll see you tomorrow for another Wellness Day.